Hello, hello, everybody. Welcome to another evening of messages of love from above on this Monday night. Hopefully, you guys all had a wonderful day today on the other side of the world. Welcome to your Tuesday morning. And so happy. Hey, Kaylee. Hey, everybody. Welcome, welcome. I'm so happy to be able to be here this evening. And of course, before I get started, I would love to send love energy out to the world. And if you'd like to join me to help multiply that love, I would be ever so grateful. And whether you're watching this on replay or watching this live, um, that beautiful energy is outside of time and space. And so we can meet outside of time and space and join together to send out that love. So if I'm just going to take a big deep breath and come back to this moment right now. Just allow that beautiful love to flow down into our hearts, fill it up, and overflow out to the world. And if you are in need of unconditional love today, whether it's for your heart or your mind, your body, or any situation you have in your life, we send the love to you now. Beautiful. All the hair standing up on my arms. So thank you guys for joining with that love. I could definitely feel the extra oomph there. So thank you guys for doing that. Before I jump into the readings, I want to let everyone know. Let me just post here. Just a couple days left. I've made announcements of 8 out of the 10 1-hour personal reading winners. So there's a couple days left on announcements. I will draw names for the extra little drawing that is within these announcement readings. So I will make the announcement on Sunday, along with the winner of the 30-minute personal reading of the week. So check out that giveaway playlist there. Um, did it do it as a playlist there? Take a look here. Doesn't look like it's clickable on there, does it? Let me see here. Maybe it's just not showing as clickable on my screen. So hopefully that's a link on yours. It's not showing a link on mine, although it's a link where I'm copying it from. So, but I do have the giveaway playlist as one of the main playlists on my main screen. If that's not working, all right. And of course, also I do go in order down the chat list, but I am starting something new where any donations, you actually get priority, and we move those readings up above. We have the what's it called? Something about super chat. That's what it's called. Wow, blinked out for a minute. So super chat is down at the bottom of the chat box, and then if you want to make a donation on the playback, there's also the super thanks, which will be a little also the same type of icon where you can donate that way as well. So never expected, but always welcome and so grateful. And thank you guys for all the thumbs up, all the beautiful comments that you put on live readings, and also all of my weekly, monthly pick a cards, just everywhere. You guys are just so generous, so kind in your words, so supportive of one another too. So I love our little soul family that we've created here. So welcome, welcome, welcome. All right, enough blabbing. I know. Let's get into readings. All right. So let me scroll up here, and actually let me do a pop out chat here. It's a little easier for my old man eyes to see. So we'll do that. All right. All right. Let me just shrink down this other one real quick. All right. Nice. I like it that way. All right. So first up, we have double, triple, quadruple X, and you've got just what's coming on your journey. Absolutely. And we're going to use these are the Healing Light Tarot this evening, and also the little Everyday Tarot. I like using all the variety of my tarot cards, and sometimes I'm like, oh, I haven't used you in a while, and I just don't want them to feel left out. All right, so double, triple, quadruple X. What's coming in on your journey? All right, let's take a look and see what we've got going on here. All right. Well, I like that this is coming in for you because this is the Judgment card, double endings and double new beginnings that are coming in. And the double ending, I feel, has to do with these two cards because you have both ending of old emotions that no longer serving you. You're walking away from those. They're not serving you anymore. And so you're headed towards the Nine of Cups, which is wish fulfillment, emotional wish fulfillment. And so I really like that. The other thing you're ending and having a beginning is the Five of Pentacles, which also has to do with your fears of not having enough in each moment because you've had abandonment feelings in the past growing up, and also, feeling out in the cold, left behind. But there's this transformation that's coming through all of this that's taking you to a different place. You're really starting to understand more and more and more how it's not mankind that brings you your moment to moment sustenance, but that it's a higher source. It's someone who loves you unconditionally, eternally. So you don't have to fear that you won't have what you need in each moment. Now, you may not get all future moments in this moment, but how boring would that be? I know we'd like to have that experience to see if it would be boring, but your higher self has chosen not to have that at this time. But you do have this beautiful security that's coming in more and more, and that's that five of the Five Pentacles is a change from looking at humans as your source and finding a higher source, and that the humans just might be like a delivery company that brings it to you, but they're not the one that's sending it. So there's this transformation that's coming in with that. And then you also have the Ace of Wands. So new passion, new drive that comes in with this double endings and double new beginnings, this energy that you were investing in, the old emotions and those fears, as they dissipate, all that energy you were using to maintain it and focus on it comes back to you. So I really love that for you. And that's what they have for you right now on your journey, is that leaving behind of the emotions and that transformation of where you feel your sustenance is coming from. So I like it. It's exciting. All right. So that's what they have. And Val Tags, you are up next. And so, what does Patricia, your wife's late mother, want to say to your wife? Okay. I have these angels and ancestor oracle that are a last minute joining of the reading tonight because I had all my cards picked out and then they were like angels, ancestors. And I'm like, okay. So it must have been Patricia going, hey, I got messages. So here is what Patricia has to say to your wife. Okay. You got the animal guardian, which says, trust your instincts. I kind of feel like maybe Patricia was a real animal activist, or at least an animal collector, not like a cat lady. She goes, I was not a cat lady. Um, but but a lot of animals, or she loved animals, um, is what I feel. Maybe she worked on a farm as a young girl. We'll see here. So the message that she has is to trust the powerful animal spirit with to learn more about yourself and your talents. Um, uh, Patricia represents, well, the animal guardian in this one represents the angels of the animal kingdom. And animals are angels of nature who have incredible lessons to offer and medicine that can support you on your spiritual journey and help you survive some of the greatest challenges. I, okay, I was trying to finish this, but she's insisting that I let you know that if you guys have animals that you're wondering, I wonder if that's her getting their attention. Like if your animals are like looking into space or whatever, and they're going, I wonder if they see her. She's saying that that is her, that she is getting their attention. Anyway, so it goes on to say when you connect with the energies of animals, you can learn a lot about yourself and the earth. You also have instinctive animal energy within that can direct you towards everything you need and more. So this card depicts a tribal angel being held and supported by her animals. She has a love for them and they have a love for her, demonstrating how incredibly connected nature is with the spiritual realms. So I feel like she had animals and that she's surrounded by the animal spirits of her, all of her animals that she had in this lifetime as well. And it says, you have a powerful animal within that can be wild, protective, instinctive, and even calm. Animals don't second guess how they feel, they just express it. And you can learn from that. When this card arises, it's important to connect with how you really feel, how you want to feel, and what you really need. Take time to connect with your animal energy and express it naturally. Let even the fiercest energy move through you before returning to your natural state. It will teach you a lot about your gifts and how you can grow. Again, I just feel so much like she was an animal lover and she's just like, it's all about the animals, you know? Um, so, but I love that about just her encouraging your wife to connect within and find out what she really wants. What does she really want to do? She's almost saying, get out of your human, blah, 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 boring brain and get into this nature of what are you passionate about? What do you love? And go for it, go for it, go for it. You know, she's like, be a puppy running in a field, you know, uh, just enjoying the moment, enjoying the sun, chasing after things that aren't even there, you know, just enjoy. And don't be a fuddy duddy, you know, live, have joy, let that joy out. So that's what Patricia has for your wife. So hopefully that resonated, but that is what she has for you. All right. So Sio Shanta, you are up next. All right. So I am well, and I hope you are well as well. And do you already know your divine partner? And if not, when? Well, let's see. Do you know him first? Okay. Let's see what we got here. No, you don't know him yet. You got the Page of Cups, which is new love coming in. So that is a big no, not a big no, but a no, a negatory on that you know them, at least as a human. They are saying that it is a time for you still to uh, step back into your high temple, connect to the higher realms, connect to your heart, and go behind the veil, dive deep into your emotions. And while you're in this waiting period, focus on what you can do to open your heart more and more and more. The more self love that you have, the higher the vibration will attract you guys sooner because you do have the Knight of Pentacles. I know, one of the patience cards, everything opens in the seasons in the outside world. But the pause and the time that's taking for those to unfold is for you. You know, it's for you to raise your vibration, your love vibration. They're raising their love vibration. The more that you both independently work on that, then the more you're drawn together and the faster life speeds up. So the always with a pause. In fact, the number 2 here, it looks like the pause button, like, how, like, they have music and stuff? They're like, you go inside and reflect on that, on what this card will show you. This is what they want you to reflect on and be aware of, but the more you do that, then the faster the seasons change and the time lapse camera that's moving slowly starts to speed up, right? Um, so the thing that they're wanting you to look on is the Six of Pentacles, which is with the relationship is the codependency awareness card. So during this time, it is just a reflection and understanding your huge heart and your tendency to want to overgive in order to feel deserving of receiving something back. And that goes back, like we talk about, to our childhood, usually 7 years old and younger, which is when we learn these emotional, beautiful characteristics, these habits we take on that, when dad or mom or grandpa or brother, sister, coach, teacher, whoever it was when we were in that younger stage, that we had to do extreme things to get attention. We might have had to battle for it with other people, and we had to do extreme. And so we felt like we would give 100 of something and then get one thing back. And we're like, okay, that's the exchange rate. We didn't question it. We just accepted it and burned it into our soul, our heart, that I have to give 100 to receive one back. So if someone wants to give me 100, then that means that I have to give 10,000, right? 100 times 100. 1, 2, 3, 4 once, or yeah, 10,000, right? So it'd be like, oh my gosh, I can't give that. And so we limit what we allow people to give us because that exchange rate we can't keep up with. So we'll allow them, you can give me two because I can give you 200, but you keep going, I'm not going to be able to keep up with that exchange rate. And so they just want you to look into that tendency to overgive and how you look at your worth in relation to that, and just do some little shadow work in those areas to transform them and to embrace your inner child and letting them know, oh, no, no, you get 50-50. It's one for one, 100 for 100. Um, so you can receive equally. You don't have to overgive. So I love that for you because it's so freeing. I know I'm a recovering enabler in codependent relationships. I joke sometimes that I have to keep track of things, but I will overgive and give a lot of time to exhaust myself. And then that's when spirit steps in and goes, 4 hours doing readings ain't going to work, buddy. You need to keep it to 2.5 hours, or you're going to burn yourself out and you're not going to be on at all. And so I know I still have to keep an eye on it because we can get out of control. We get out of balance is a better word, probably. All right, see Shanta, that's what they have for you. Many blessings to you. All right, Rhonda. Hey, it's nice to see you too as well. And you were wanting to know just a guide on what's next for you. Just a guide. What's coming next? You cracked me up. All right, Rhonda. All right. Okay. Wow. Whatever is is coming fast and furious. You got the Knight of Wands, which is wands. I mean, wands are fire and movement of energy, but the knights are all about movement, and this is the fastest horse. And then you also have the Chariot, which is about movement, which is the master of movement. So definitely, there's some beautiful, bright things headed your way. Let's see what they have coming your way. Oh my gosh. Really, 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 really super fast. Because the Eight of Wands is also about a lot of energy, a lot of things coming in fast. So whatever this is, let's see. And then you got two queens. So you have both this power and this energy that you are really exuding, and it's almost like you have this something ignited energy within you where you are just on point and you have this energy that you're focusing and you're getting things done. And of course, queens, in addition to what they rule over, are both given water. So she has water, which allows her to connect to the higher realms, and has this relationship. When she asks for guidance, spirit will say, and so she's pointing her energy, and she'll reach a point of like a wall or a choice that I have to go left or right, and you ask, what's best for me? What's for my highest experience? Which way should I go? And they're like, take a right. And you're like, okay. Psh. And people are like, what? How can you just decide like that on the fly? And you're like, oh, no, no, no. I'm not deciding on the fly. They have no idea how much clarity and power that you put in to your communication. And you have the Queen of Cups here, which is double water, which is definitely about trusting your gut and trusting your intuition on what is coming for you next. So when this energy comes flying in, just know you rule over energy with this Queen of Wands. She has this mighty wand, and trust your gut and your intuition with what to do with that. Let me see if they'll give you any hint on what this, and okay, I give evidently so, what this energy is about. Wow. So you have the King of Wands as well. So no trouble about ruling over this energy that's coming because you have both the King and the Queen. So one, they're saying don't, just know that you're going to be able to handle all this that's coming this way. And this is moving up too. The Hierophant is moving up in your spiritual awareness, and it opens, these keys open up gates that would have kept you back before. And with this Three of Wands, I feel like more fire energy. But the Three of Wands is that with new information, with this new just uh, ability, this connection that's coming in with the higher worlds, especially, that you change, you make an adjustment to your course, and you head off in a different direction than you were anticipating before, because you were like, well, I'm not going to have all this, so I need to go this route. And then suddenly there's all this stuff, this energy that comes in, and you're like, I've got more than enough. I am going this way. And so I almost feel like you were wanting to go away, but you're like, okay. And then you're like, oh, I can. And so it's the adjustment back in that direction. They're not telling me if it's relationship or job or education or body or money or any of that. They're keeping that a big old secret right now. But it's always a nice surprise, but wonderful, wonderful positiveness. There's nothing to fear about it at all. You're going to have it all under control. Both the King and the Queen of Wands. Boom. All right. So that's what they have for you, Rhonda. Many blessings for you. Right. Daisy, you are up next. And after you get your bachelor's, very good, will you get a job that you'll enjoy? No. If it's work, it's work. But if you're doing what you love, then I'm doing now, it doesn't feel like work. So, will you get a job that will align with your psychology, Mary? Major. Just you're worried about the future. Let's take a look here, Daisy. What does Spirit want you to know? Will you get a job that will have that psychology major use in it? So you're not working as like a waitress with a psychology degree. Could be a bartender, right? Just jokes, just jokes. Although I have known friends who were bartenders who had psychology majors. That's probably why it popped up in my head. Wow, you've got like all this fire. Let's see here. So Okay. So you've got I like this. Look at all this fire. Look at all this fire. Energy, 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 energy. You definitely have drive and ambition and desire for this, passion for the psychology of it. And I love this because you've got the five, the seven, and the nine, which the five, the seven, and the nine are all odd numbers. I'm good, ain't I? I know my maths. And but there that usually means obstacles, right? Because when you have like a six, it's three on each side, very smooth and flowing, but bam, something right in the middle. And so it's all understanding here. The five is the movement of energy from feeling fear to feeling love. Seven is about feeling like you are in a higher place, like you have movement up, but people don't appreciate that because of them feeling lower than you, and so they kind of attack your dream. And so there's these fears, like you have, you're worried about your future, so there's these fears around um, you know, this energy. I'm sorry, the five around the energy, and then the seven is the fear of there's other people talking about, and there are probably people, oh, I hope you can get a job in that. Blah, 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 or like, and they feel low about themselves, so they're poking at your dream. And then you have the nine of the ones, which does show perseverance, and you have this wall, this block that's here. But one of these is the Ace of Swords. I mean, Ace of Wands, which is your power. Wherever you are directing your energy is what expands and grows. And you're able to take that and move it and go through the block. And it helps that you have the Knight of Wands, which you are in pursuit of your power and understanding that. And as you go through this journey here before you graduate, more and more and more, you're focusing on understanding where your fear lies and that no one can keep you from using your psychology major in whatever job you do. And you want it to be in a field. And I really feel like you are going to use psychology in an amazing way in combination with something else. I just feel like you're not going to be normal, Daisy. You're not going to be a counselor that sits in an office and listens to people's things all day long and their you know challenges in life and help them. Not that there's anything wrong with that. I just it's not you. You're not one. I feel like you do something more of like bringing an example and they have like painting, like people do painting with healing and psychological they marry the painting and psychology together, or music and psychology. I almost feel it's like something creative in psychology, something that's not like well known and big and huge, but that you would help be a pioneer in it and help bring it and showing people how it transforms people. You know how like they develop children, how they do play therapy. It's almost like there's something that a type of therapy you develop or help enhance in along those lines. I have the devil card here, which is the shadow, which this is your fears being shaken up, and this 5, 7, and this 9 are the work of your shadow. They're wanting you to face the stuff so that you overcome it, and then you do obtain your Ace of Wands, which means you really have this strong, um, just understanding of your power that you wherever you focus on grows. If you focus on your fear and you focus on what you don't want in your life or what you feel is missing, it grows and it grows and it grows. And the other is focusing on what you're grateful for and what you are confident about, and you just grow that and grow that and grow that. So I just feel like this is what's happening right now for you. And they save the best two cards for last, which not the best, they're all great cards. This is just the shows you the end result. new beginnings, new birth, Mother Nature, Mother Nurture, just harvest and abundance. 10 of Cups, life overflowing. The Nine of Cups is wish fulfillment. And then you fill up and overflow out to the world where not only does it benefit you, but it benefits a partner and children and ancestors to come. So it does end up being very uh, beneficial for you, but I do feel you will use it. I mean, that's the wish fulfillment. The 10 of Cups is just saying, boom, wish fulfillment and more so. So I feel like you will use your psychology major, but you're gonna also marry something else with it. I just feel this new birth, that Empress just feels like something new that is birthed, and I like that for you, Daisy. So that's what they have for you. So many blessings for you. All right. So let me scroll back here. And Kayla B, you will be up next. And just so everyone knows, I did start that any donations get priority. So if you are like, I need my reading now because I have to go to bed or get out, and you want to donate Zen's kitchen cabinets so he could eat, you can do that, and I will bump them up, and then I return back in order for the free readings. So just so you know, that's available now. All right, Kayla B, does Herman still have feelings for me? All right. Okay. Let's see what we got here. I don't feel a lot of that here. It doesn't help that when I read Herman, if you're older like me, there used to be a movie called The Munsters, and Herman Munster was like Frankenstein, and it's exactly what I pictured in my head. Um, so that's what they brought here is like, not that he's a monster. Maybe you're like, no, he was. But with the Two of Pentacles, the Seven of Pentacles, and the Four of Pentacles, it's like this is more that they're focused on their world and their security and their abundance in the outside world. Especially with the Seven of Pentacles coming in here. I mean, they're trying to balance their outside world. The Four Pentacles is trying to find their worth in relation to the outside world, also their stability in the outside world. But the Seven of Pentacles is also about that. Um, once the harvest was going, and if things didn't turn out and they went a different path, it's because they decided to go a different way. They're also focusing on their thoughts and their beliefs and their mindsets that no longer serve them. And so they're really becoming self-aware on what thoughts of their own were blinding them and binding them and making them feel constricted. And so they're doing a lot of life evaluation, a lot of things. This card. So you have the 10 of Wands here, which the 10 of Wands is about feeling the burden, feeling the over having invested so much. It's like they're exhausted and they're refocusing their energy on where they want it to be. I don't know if that is a roach on their back. That's kind of weird. That's what I was laughing at. I'm like, wow, you know, but they're doing this change because they have the Three of Cups here. And I really feel here, Kayla, that when the Three of Cups comes up in a relationship, unless there's like this Sun card and it's joy and celebration and all of that, which I didn't really feel that, and all the other cards, that means third party. And so I feel like there's another love in their life. Um, so I feel like they are um, seeking relationship elsewhere, and that's what they're kind of just focusing on. I just the energy I get from Herman isn't one of deep emotional reflection at this time in their life. I feel like they're just so in their head and so outward focus that they don't. It's kind of like they bury and go forward and here and there, and they just feel like they have like a just a confused, scattered feeling in their mind. It's like they're just all over the place. It's almost like they have ADHD or something where they have trouble focusing, and so they jump from here to here to that to that to that to that to that. And so I don't feel like they're any feelings are pushed down and they're not aware of them, and they just keep going in a different direction. So that's what I have for you, Caleb B. So just know though that when people are moved, like when people are no longer in our lives, that they're moved out of our lives for us, so they were blocking us, they weren't allowing us to move forward. And so uh, they get they were in your life on purpose for a purpose, and then they're moved so you can keep going forward to the next experience, something more in alignment with who you're meant to be and where you're headed. So that's what they have for you. So many blessings. All right, let's keep going here. So Verinda, hello. You are next, and you want to know what did he have in his mind while he was in the hospital treatment? Was he aware of his death? Okay, let's take a look here. I don't, at first, I don't think so, but we do have the judgment card here, which is here's his higher self and his human self. I really feel that there was at one point where he realized, because he could just know. I feel like he was someone who was in touch with his body. I don't see any cards that would say that. So I feel like it's him saying he knew his body. He knew when it was something bad and when it was something not to worry about, most of the time. But I just feel like with the Four of Pentacles and the Emperor here, that he knew it was like he was taking charge of his physical life, and he knew what was and he knew where he was going, and um, he just was ready. I mean, it was he knew, like with that Judgment card. At one point, when he knew, he was like, oh, "Okay," and then he goes, "Oh, I know this is when it is supposed to be. It's what it's supposed to happen." And because you have the Seven of Wands here, where people, here he was, and at some point he was being constantly bombarded by people, and he was just tired of fighting. He wasn't defending himself. He was ready to go. And in the Six of Cups, nostalgia, his memories, his life, what he had experienced, through it all. He knew, this just shows that his human was just tired. It was just tired. He felt like he had fought all his life, right? Just for a long, 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 long time. And he just couldn't, not couldn't. He corrected me. He goes, I just didn't want to hold on any longer. And that was my time. And he knew that what his life was going to be after he left, and that he would be able to be with you and his daughter and all his loved ones 24/7 and be a support on the other side from a spiritual, powerful being perspective than who he could be for you in his daughter and everyone else in physical form. He had done what he needed to do, and he was ready to take on his next role in everyone's life as a spirit guide, as someone being around you, and doing working things and all that other ways. So that's what he has for you. So just know he's always around you. He cares. Um, and he's so funny. It's like, focus on you, honey. Focus on you. All right. So many, many blessings to you. All right, Colleen, thank you so much for your donation. So we're going to bump you to the front of the line, VIP style. And good evening to you. I see you have a question here. Your older sister is suing you to try and get your interest in your parents' estate. She wants it all. Will this be a fair divide between you guys? Oh my goodness. Um, let's take a look here, Colleen, and see what Spirit has to say. I just feel such fear from her. Let's see what's going on. Okay. Mm, okay. So it looks like it'll turn out to be fair here because yeah, because you got the two of wands, which is it does tell us whatever we focus on is what grows, right? So if we fear something, we're going to grow that. So they want to make sure that you're aware of whatever energy that you're focusing on with the situation is going to grow. And so instead of being, well, fearing what may not turn out good or all that, just have gratitude around what is, um, and focus your energy on what you do want in your life. And like you said, I just want it to be fair. So you're focusing your energy on fairness, not on, revenge or fear and those things. It's like, um, move the energy to love, right? Because you have the six of swords here, which is thoughts and beliefs and mindsets, and it's moving from choppy waters to calmer waters. And they're like trying to look at your mindsets and changing the mindset around the situation, understanding that the way she's acting, and that's why I felt such fear, is not of a emotionally mature and intelligent human being. And I just saw this acting like a cat, which I talk about on yours. When we go into fear, we our human is gone, and we're either a hissing cat that fights or a hissing cat that runs. And I feel like something is triggered in with her with this two of cups that is about, um, I'm going to be left alone. I need to take care of myself. I need to make sure I'm secure. And that's what happens when a little inner child feels unsafe or out of control. It just does whatever it does out of selfishness and not loving actions and not thoughtful, um, intelligent actions. It's just trying to gather things because it's, trying to survive. It's like she slipped into this huge fear survival mode. But you got the two of wands, which when I was looking at, that's balanced. Two's balanced on each side. And then with that card also came the eight of pentacles, which is about things moving up in the outside world. So I feel it does equal out and come out in a balance here, which is good. And then also new beginnings, um, with the full card coming in here. So an ending of an old cycle and a new beginning. I feel like there will be resolution, and it will be, here's you with the nine of pentacles, with your wholeness and your completeness. It's a very great card to have with when it's talking about finances, especially because it is all about the coin. But you're finding the wholeness and completeness within without the assistance of the outside. And you also have spirit is always there, which is this, now that I see this as like a falcon. You have this spirit is with you through the process, and you can trust that things will unfold. Just focus your energy. That's all you can do. Just realize that, when you say like greedy, It's scare, it's fear. So you can replace greedy with fearful, right? She's very fearful. And what is fear but a cry for love? And so that's her security. She feels like that means she's loved, that means she's worthy, and she just feels like that's her thing. And what a wonderful place that you're in, that you don't feel that way, right? You have this security inside of you already, that you're like, wow, and so if you can try to generate compassion for her and love, and just send her love and compassion, and going, she must be in a lot of fear to be this out of her mind, out of her adult mind, and she's in her kitty cat mind. And you know it's just, this is the red dot that she's chasing after right now, that she's never going to catch, you know like a cat, how you do the little red laser. It's like she's chasing after something that's not there. That security in the outside world isn't going to satisfy her. um, but I do feel a balance of that balancing out the fairness of, you know 50-50 kind of energy. So that's what they have for you, Colleen. So hang in there. I feel like it's going to come to resolution faster than expected too. But that's what they have. So thank you again so much for all your love and support, and for your donation. I really appreciate that. All right. So, Skyfalls, you are next. And you want to know, what does the angels say about your life this month? So let's take a look here. I do have the angels and archetype oracles. Let's take a look. All right. So you have the sage, which is be devoted and committed. So, um, and like this month, I kind of feel like we mean December. That's kind of what I felt. It was like today through the end of the year through December. Um, since we're like 2 days away, can you believe it? We're 2 days away till like December. Says be willing to go the whole road and back again. This will allow you to be the best you can possibly be. And the sage represents the wise one within. And when this card arises, it shows that you are preparing to become a great and insightful teacher to your peers. Wow. It guides you to take notes as the wandering yogi on this particular card. They're taking notes here, how they're doing that, because your knowledge and your life experiences can impart incredible insights to those with who you come into contact. And this card is also about observation and becoming more aware of who you are and of all your inner workings, because that awareness can bring more clarity to your decisions. The extended message for the card is devotion is a powerful energy. So, right now, angels and ancestors want to acknowledge how committed you are to your growth. Your continued dedication to this aspect of your life has been recognized, and your understanding that you are not only a body but also a soul is all you need to continue growing and expanding. The energy of oneness is offering itself to you now, and it's important you take some time to integrate it all so that you can be supported and guided by it. This is what the divine wants for you. Make a note of experiences or teachers making themselves known to you at this time, because you are going to share those teachings one day too. All right. Yeah, so definitely I feel like a lot of this hermit energy of turning inward, and the month of December is really doing this in a reflection, understanding who you are, understanding what you have learned in your life, and that I forget the meme that I saw, but it was something like, um, the stuff that you have gone through and that you have even thrived through. I mean, because obviously you've overcome 100% of everything that's come against you in your life, or you wouldn't be here right now. So you have all this information, all this beautiful. Um, and the meme said something like everything that you've gone through will end up being part of a survival guide for others. And I kind of feel like that's what they're saying is focusing in on yourself and who you are and look what you've overcome and how did you do it and what other ways can you help others also who are in those going through those same types of things, help through that. So your sky falls. So that's what they have for December for you, at least right now. So many blessings for you. All right. Wonderland, you are up next on the free readings. Yeah, that's funny, Colleen. I have Southern friends. Bless her heart. We know what that really means. So you're funny. All right, Wonderland, you are up, and you want to know why is your guy best friend being mean to you all of a sudden? Wow, let's take a look here and see what is going on with the mean guy instead of the mean girls, right? The mean guy. Okay, thank you. All right, let's take a look here. Well, you know, it's interesting. So the 10 of Pentacles normally can be like abundance and wholeness and all this wonderful stuff that's unfolding in their life, right? There's also, you can see here, this is the tree of life or the Kabbalah or Kabbalah. And it can mean family tree and can mean um, like chains or habits or things that are passed down from generation to generation. And I feel like there's something triggering in him about his past, or not even the past, but it just feels like something's bubbling up because you got two eights here, eight of swords, which is thoughts and beliefs and mindsets, that there's just this understanding of their own thoughts and their own beliefs and mindsets that were making them feel restricted and small. And the eight of pentacles is normally about a lot of work in the outside world that allows them to move up in the world, but I feel it different here. For some reason, these eights, I feel like almost putting them on their sides and looking at them like this, where instead it's the infinity symbol and it's representing repeating cycles, which makes sense with their family tree. So something's triggering, I think, doesn't have to do with you. You just happen to be the brunt of it. I don't feel like it's just you. I just feel like something's triggered inside of them, some anger issue that is finally bubbling to the top. And we have the Ace of Cups here, which is about new love. But I feel like the reason why he is being mean and he's expressing this anger and stuff is because you feel safe. Like I almost feel like you have this um, feeling of unconditional love. And who do we hurt the most? People that we feel safe that we can just throw up on, right? And I feel like that you just happen to be the whipping girl, like the one who takes the punishment from everyone else because he feels safe with you. Yeah, so Ace of Cups, Ace of Wands. So new passion and so yeah, that's this new fire that's been ignited in him. Let me see. Can you tell us more about what's this for? Mm, okay. So I wonder, has he been part of like a love triangle in a way. I kind of feel like the Three of Cups, like, um, so when I saw this, I almost thought a new love went bad too. And I kind of feel like that is somewhat is bubbling up here. Is like he got cheated on, or someone was dating, you know, him and someone else at the same time, kind of thing, like a betrayal type of thing. Because there's this Queen of Wands, which I feel is this individual that did this. They're just someone that is just very passionate and bold, and um, so if he was dating someone, and they were just uh, sharing themselves with more than one person, we'll say, because there's a lot of this moon, which is what's underneath the surface, what's bubbling underneath the subconscious. So I feel like it's a combination of this is what has sparked all of this, but there's all this chain of stuff that's come down through the family line too. So but I feel like this is what sparked it, was all this third party, being betrayed, or uh, just hurt because they thought, oh, I thought I was the only one, and I'm just one of many, and they're just like, oh man. And the pain and the anger that was passed down to their um, childhood. I don't know if they come from an abusive household or not, but it just feels like a very angry, punishable type of stuff coming this way in the family tree. And then this thing that happened with that pain, and they just, usually he could deal with it because he goes, I don't want to be that person, but and so all this stuff has just gasoline hit the match, and then there's this explosion that's going on with them right now. So I don't feel it's towards you. I think it's, those things that are happening on the outside that is going on there. So yeah, yeah. So they show this death, birth, which is an ending and a new beginning, and leaving behind old emotions that aren't serving them, and the Five of Cups, which is their pain that they're hiding through anger, and there's that anger showing up again. So that's what's going on, Wonderland. All you can do is love, love, be that Ace of Cups that you are, you know, and just love, 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 because that's what it's a cry for love, is what his meanness is right now. So that's what they have for you. So hang in there. Many blessings to you. We send love to you to support you as you're going through that. You are safe here. All right. So many blessings. All right, Jazz, you are up. And let me just take a look here. Okay. And so for everyone new that has come in, since we're at the top of the hour, I'd just like to let everyone know I'm starting to have just donations get priority. So if you need your reading absolutely today and you want to get it moved up, that just a donation um, helps move that up for you, because I do move those to the front of the line. All right. So Jazz. Whoa. Don't think any fell down. Nope. All right. Let's see what they've got for you here. So this is the one that came flying out here. So you've got the Five of Swords. So thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that are conflicting. And I feel like this is in the outside world, not so much in your mind, but it's your thoughts and your beliefs are, they are different from someone else tomorrow, and significantly so, where they really get, uh, they get a little bit fiery and agitated and very insistent on that their way is the right way. But you don't have to, the Five of Swords, five is a change. And so you can look at things from a higher perspective and just look at it from a place of unconditional love, and just allow them to have their opinion and stuff, and go, oh, okay, I see where you're coming from. And thank you. It's something to give me something to think about. Even if you're going to think about it for 2 seconds and go, whatever, but to avoid conflict, around this situation. It's not necessary. It's not something that's super important, but I feel like they're just like, for some reason, they've taken this on as their um, mission. I've got to make sure everyone, accepts this as the truth. My little small t truth of fear is true, and you're going to admit it. But you don't have to. You can, like I said, just do the. Uh, that's interesting, and that gives me something to think about because it can, and it is. That is interesting for them, and we can sincerely go, oh, I'll think about that. Thanks. And then they're like, oh, okay. I got them thinking, and that's enough for them to back off. Because what I'm seeing here with all of this, you've got the two of wands, so whatever you focus on grows. You got wands, fire, you got four of wands, which is normal celebration. And then you've got the king of wands. So all this fire energy, all this realization of your power is what you can use because it's balanced. You've got the two, the four, and the king, which would be like number 14, right? So you got all this even flowing energy, and you even have the strength card, which looks like fire in this one, that shows you your inner strength and that um, that that you have the power to keep your uh, energy uh, like balanced, where you don't feel like I have to defend and I have to, resist them. I'm not going to let them try to convince me. This is that inner strength. And they're reminding me of something that I used to coach and manage escalated callings at the company that I worked for about 5 of my 20 something years. And one of the things that I taught my representatives that because we like to feel in control, and our customers that are in fear like to, that escalate are in fear and they want to feel safe and in control, is let them feel in control. That will help them de-escalate. And they're like, but I don't want to, because they're in fear, right? If someone's yelling, you'll get defensive. But when I told them, I said, within you, like this power that you hold, is if you know inside that you hold the power, that you would know exactly what would you needed to say to make them explode in anger and rah, that you hold the power. You really do hold the power, and in knowing you hold power, you allow them to feel in control, allow them to um, feel like they are in the driver's seat. And now they're showing me one of those little strollers in the back seat that have a little wheel. They think they're driving the car, but you're like, I'm driving the car. And that's the kind of power I feel really helps you with conflict. And you're like, I know what buttons to push, and I could, but I'm choosing not to. And that makes you feel in control. You release control to the situation, and then they feel okay. And then there's no conflict. It de escalates. So that's what they have for you tomorrow, Jazz. So I'm excited to see how you use that tomorrow. All right. So many blessings for you. All right. Alex, I believe you are up next. Yes. And you'd like a general reading. So let's take a look. Let me just take a quick sip here. So I hope everyone had a wonderful day today and is having a good morning, a good night. All right, Alex. Let's see what Spirit wants you to know right here, right now. All right. So you got the King of Cups, which is balancing your emotions and just really feeling in this good place of emotions. They also wanted me to pull one of these enchanted map oracle. So this is about an emotional experience. But they roll over water, and but they also are given air. So that's why it's the balancing of the heart and the mind coming in. And you got follow the leader, follow the king, right? I like that. And let's see what brings in for you for your general reading here. So every life is a teaching tool for others. Your authenticity and honesty are an example to those around you. I like it. So you're being called to lead others by example. King of Cups, right? Balancing emotion and your mind. Your wisdom has been earned as a result of your bravery in the adventure of your life. So, the experience of battles won and lost, places discovered, tears shed, and joy revealed have placed you in a unique position to be of service to others. Your suffering has been crystallized into a talisman of wisdom. Now you must share it. By being fully authentic, you'll lead others into the light. You'll be required to divulge some things about your past so that you may help someone else. Lead with love, right? This is be the highest love we can achieve, the king that rules over cups, too. So lead with love. And there is another message here as well. Look to those whose great character and accomplishments that you admire. Emulate the leaders you respect. You will then, in turn, have more to offer. And they do have a protection message for these two, which I'll read, which basically says this card can also offer a gentle push to get up and take the lead. In a relationship or a partnership, be the one to voice what must be said in love. Muster your courage and speak your needs aloud. Affirm what you like and what you feel. Don't just hope for someone else to fix the problems you see. If your inquiry is about a career or a project, you must take the initiative to draw up a proper plan. And if it's about a personal relationship, you must be clear about your intentions and your desires. Boldly begin a discussion about how things really are and how to make the situation work for the highest good of all. Do this as soon as possible. Be pleasantly surprised by the results. I like it. So that is what they have for you, Alex. So many blessings to you. All right, VD, you are up next. All right. So, hello. There's a guy in your college from another section, and you feel like he looks at you, but you're not sure. So, you'd like some information if anything is happening or just you overthinking things. Someone else is watching someone else. Aha, busted. Let's take a look here. So, is this person watching you? Are they noticing you? You know, with these cards here, you've got the Four of Swords, which is peace of mind. It's like put your mind at rest. Because you have both the Hermit card, which is number 9, and the Nine of Wands, which is the number 9. And this is more of a message of they're having you focus on your insides and just know that there's this energy block here for a reason. Um, let me see. I almost feel like they're like, um, just try not to think about it because they are blocking people from you right now so that you're on your inner journey. So it's almost like they're saying, it doesn't matter if they're looking at you or not because we are blocking them and we're not going to allow them to come near you right now anyway. Let's take a look here. Yeah. So they're blocking new love from you right now. You're like, what? But it's because it's happening for you, you know? Yeah. Because, and this is what you're sleeping on too. The Four of Swords usually has 3 swords up here, and they're usually sleeping on the Ace of Swords. So this is you're having a pause in relationships and they're blocking people from coming there because they're wanting you to free yourself, to really connect to the capital T truths that are rooted in the higher realm, in unconditional love, and allowing you to cut away the thoughts and the beliefs and the mindsets that you have of the fears of losing conditional love. So a lot of those thoughts and beliefs and mindsets about relationship that are um, have been fed to you for so long, right? About who you are supposed to be and what is a relationship supposed to be and what is that other person supposed to be and how is this all supposed to be unfold. All the supposed to, the should, the need to, the have to, the musts, it's like, ugh. And they're wanting to kind of free you from that. And that's why they've put a pause and the block so that you can take the time for that hermit's journey to look at those to free yourself. Because right now, with those expectations, you are vibrating at a certain love of self love, and you're magnetizing yourself, bringing people that into your life that are matching that vibration, but that's not what you truly want. You're wanting something else, and they're helping you raise your vibration of your self love and your heart love to where the vibration's higher, and it attracts and magnetizes and brings something higher in of more what you're wanting for yourself. And then it actually starts repelling the other. So, um, that is what they have for you right now. I kind of feel like they might be looking, yeah, here, Knight of Cups, like a Casanova, the little romantic people that draw us in. They're people that know what to say to make us go, "Oh, you like me," and you feel like you're something around them, but it's like a vampire. They're showing me from Twilight, um, Edward, right? When him and Bella? Yeah, Bella, when they went up onto the mountain and he wanted to show who he was and he was trying to make her get away from him because he goes, I'm an animal. I'm designed to draw you in so that you couldn't resist, so I can kill you. Not that this person's a serial killer or anything, but that's the kind of thing. It's like they're this romantic Casanova that draws you in to get what they want. um, but that's what they're saving you from. That's the vibration that you might be drawn to with the expectations and all this stuff, but they're having you work on that to free you from that so that you can have someone who's true and pure and more in alignment with what you want. So that's what they have for you right now, VD. So many blessings to you. They are getting inventive tonight and how they're communicating things, that's for sure. All right. So, lucky stars, you are up next. So, you'd like a general reading, and good evening to you too. All right. Actually, I do want to pull here from these Art of Manifestation Oracle for you. And let's see here. Okay. Okay. All right. So, you have 3 cards that came out. Your first one is Take Time Out. You're being put in timeout. Card 55, power number. It says, give yourself permission to stop. Sometimes we just need to slow down and rest up. And yet, so often we keep on pushing and pushing, even though there are clear signs that we should stop. Taking time out now will allow you to replenish your energy and return revitalized and with an abundance of focused energy. So taking a time out. And then you also got the nurture card. So seeing a little bit of it's time for you energy coming in here. It says, oh, and that's interesting too, that it was card 55, which adds up to 10, 5 and 5. And then you also got card 37, which adds up to 10, 3 and 7. It says, whenever we sow seeds, however much we yearn to see them grow, we cannot force them to develop any quicker than nature will allow. but we can provide them with the best possible conditions to grow. Whatever you have initiated in your life, this card is here to encourage you. Be patient and nurture your relationship, your idea, or your project with love. And I feel like, especially with this other one about you taking a time out, I feel like this nurturing is they're really saying to take time for you. Yeah, because you also have the independence card that comes in here. So, with all three of those titles, I just feel like they are drawing you just taking a step away. It's like the hermit. Just take a step back, take time for you, nurture you, take care of you. This one talks about independence is a wonderful attribute, but if taken to an extreme, it can border on isolation. Sometimes, if we've been hurt or let down or trapped in a codependent relationship, we lose faith in others and learn only to rely on ourselves. This card calls you to question this inner belief and to develop healthy interdependent relationships with an equality of both giving and receiving. So I feel like with all three of these cards, they are like you are an overgiver. You give a lot out to people. And it's time now for you to take a step back, look at what a healthy interdependent relationship is. But it's before you can do that, you have to recharge your battery because you've given it beyond the red. You know how like on a phone, on your cell phone, it's like it gets down to red and it's like it's about to shut off. If you don't plug it in, you're at that point. You have to, you know, um take time to recharge you, focus on you, and then once you fill the batteries enough to at least where you're energetic, then look and go, what are my relationships and why do I have this codependency where I overgive, right? And that's what they just want you to have for right now. But the number one priority is to take care of you and nurture you. So if you can take time off or get away from everything, that's what's in order. So many blessings to you, Lucky Stars. That's what they have for you. Hey, Kaylee. Hello again. All right. So, Vani, you will be up next. And let's take a look here. I was just looking down there. I don't, no one besides me has power to remove any, and I didn't remove anything. So maybe sometimes, YouTube, it doesn't register it. So I'm glad you reposted your question. All right. So Vani, you are up. General reading for you for the week ahead. Let's take a look here. See what we have. Okay, so they do want to start off with one of these Wisdom of the Tao cards. So let's take a look at that. So for your week ahead. Okay. Well, so you got the Bright Future card. I'm liking that. And that says it's the balanced element. So it's not even one of the elements, it's all the balanced elements. And it says, hope truly springs eternal. Aspiration has been your driving force through difficult times. Your future is filled with love, laughter, and fulfilled dreams. Embrace these blessings with outstretched arms. So I like that. Beautiful. And let's see what else they have to say here, real quick for you. Anything else? Okay. Wow. Okay. They weren't kidding. So it's reaffirmed here. You have the Nine of Cups wish fulfillment card, emotional wish fulfillment. And you also have the Knight of Wands, which is about fast moving, fiery energy coming in fast and quick. So it feels like you're going to be having some wish fulfillment, some you're going to be getting some messages and or activity, and you're just going to feel like you're headed towards your dreams next week. Um, I don't know. I mean, it just feels. I don't feel like there's like the finalization of things next week, but I feel like you get tidbits of it going, "Oh my gosh, this is what's unfolding," and you just feel these wishes are coming towards you, and so, like, there's this great amount of hope and brightness, like it said, what do they call it? Bright future, yeah, duh. So it's like it feels like this huge, bright light that's shining and you're like, "Wow," and it's not like the full light is on yet, but it's becoming brighter and brighter to where you're seeing it, and it just gives you this hope and this rejuvenation, so I like it for you. So that's what they have for you, Bunny. Alright. So, Kite, you will be up next. You like yours. So your future spouse's family, are they going to be more influential family than Raul's family? Okay. Let's take a look here. Wow. Cards are a flying. Okay, let's see what this is here. So you did get the Lovers card as the card came flying out. And so, of course, this represents your future spouse in that relationship. And, you know, what I see with this here is you got the Eight of Wands, which is passion and this energy that you have here. And it just feels like um, it feels very balanced. And the reason I say that is because we got the Six of Pentacles here, which is like three pentacles on each side. It just feels very like not more influential. It's like on one hand, they have this more than that, but on this hand, they've got this more than that. And well, on this hand, they have then, it's like it's almost like the scales keep on going where there's the influence in different ways, money, passion, drive, and new opportunities and because they've got like the Page of Pentacles, which is new things opening up in the outside world, and I kind of feel like things are constantly changing, um where again the scales keep on tipping back and forth, like just when it's like, okay, well, this person is more influential, it's like, oh, new opportunity, now they are, oh, now this one, and it kind of just keeps on going back and forth like that. What Spirit just has you looking at here is you have both the Devil card and the Knight of Swords. The Devil card represents the rattling of your cage around thoughts and beliefs and mindsets and what expectations are and what are things are supposed to be and should be and need to be and have to be and must be. And it challenges, especially with the Knight of Swords, you're in pursuit of higher truth and higher understanding of what truly is important. And it's because as you move up more and look at these capital T truths that are rooted in unconditional love, you see things from a different perspective. And you start to look at these small T truths that are rooted in the fears of losing conditional love, like, you know, what does being influential mean? And we have all these opinions that were given to us when we were younger and growing up and reinforced over and over and over again, where we see the world through these eyes of old opinions. But those are the small T truths, all this long list of things that have to happen in order for you to be lovable and acceptable, because that's what we were taught. All children are. They just all differ by family and country and era of time and everything else, that they're ever changing and they're not the same from person to person. We just take on what our family has taught us. And then we're like, well, this is the truth. Well, that's the capital, I mean, the small t truth of opinion of our family. But that doesn't mean it's the higher truth. And then, so this journey that you're on and this stuff that's being brought up to you is being brought up to you on purpose for a purpose, for you to connect and see things from a different perspective and start slicing away these old thoughts and these old beliefs. And you're questioning and going, is that true? Is that what I believe, or is that just what I was told to believe? And you're really um, sorting through and sifting through these thoughts and these beliefs. So I like that you're on this journey of opening your mind up more and more and starting to question, even if inside, if you don't do it on the outside, I understand, but you're questioning it on the inside, going, I don't know if I agree with that anymore. So I love this journey you're on, but I do feel, to answer your question, equal-ish, up and down and up and down and up and down. So that's what they have for you, Kite or Kite, however you pronounce it. I probably murdered it. I'm so sorry. So that's what they have for you right now. All right. Anjali, you are up next. So let's take a look at just energy reading for yourself. Hey, let's do an energy reading and check in and see what is going on here. In fact, I'm going to switch over to these adorable little everyday tarot. And they look extra small because I'm like 6'4" and my hands are huge. And so it makes them look even smaller. Let's take a look. I know I'm tall, right? They used to call me the Jolly Green Giant. All right, Anjali, energy reading for you. What is going on here? Okay. What else? Okay, let's take a look here. You got 2, 2, and 2. Got a lot on your mind, Anjali. So you do have the peace of mind card here, which is good. It means you really been working on your expectations, cutting away old thoughts and beliefs about what wish fulfillment really meant for you. Like, what does it mean? What do I really want out of my life? And I feel like you've been going through this change with that and understanding what it is I really, really want. And it could be about a marriage, maybe. Because you've got the marriage card and the nightmare card, the 9 of swords. All these thoughts and these beliefs and these mindsets that you had around marriage and what it should be and supposed to be, need to be, or relationships, what they're supposed to be. Insomnia, nightmares, wake up in the middle of the night thinking about it. It's what you're thinking about before you go to bed, what you first are thinking about when you wake up. That's the kind of energy that this used to be. But like I said, you've been working on this again, swords and your dream, right? Well, what's funny is that your last 2 cards are also swords, but these are great. Ace of Swords is what you're sleeping on here. This is what brings your mind to rest because it is what cuts away these old thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that were creating all of that stress. And this is you moving from old ways of thinking to new ways of thinking. There's movement in thought. So this shows it's like a big kudos from your spiritual posse that's around you 24/7. And they're like so proud of how you've been reflecting on that and the things that you've been allowing to drop away, the freedom that you're feeling moment by moment as you look at more of those and you're just seeing things differently, opening up. And so just like a huge whoosh, high five from all of your angels and your guides and your loved ones on the other side. They see the struggle, they see what you were going through mentally and emotionally before with these fears around relationship and marriage. And is it happening fast enough? And who is it? And is it going to be right? And am I doing it right? And then, all those blah, blah, blah stuff in our head, right? But you've been working on that. And you've been facing them and you haven't been running from them. You've been spending time looking at them and releasing them. So a big kudos to you, Anjali, from your spirit team. So that's what they have for you right now. So many blessings to you. All right, paperwork. You are up next. All right. You are very welcome, Anjali. And Lucky, you are very welcome. Let me just take a look here. VD, you are very welcome too. All right. Amira, no, not too late. Yeah, I'm going to be on for probably about another hour. But a message for everyone, of course, is that donations get priorities. So if you need your reading bumped up, all you have to do is make a little donation, and it just helps towards Brother Zen's kitchen cabinet for food. It just helps that beautiful exchange of energy. So, um, well, real odd job. It doesn't show a donation went through though. Um, So I don't see it. It would pop up here right away, so you might wanna double check and see if it really did go through there. Alright, so let me get back up into the items here, and because I don't think I can check. I don't wanna, like, go to another screen and risk losing everybody, but I can check later. So paperwork, you have, you'd like some messages from your future spouse. Okay, let's take a look here and see what they have. All right. All right. Well, nothing coming through yet here. Just one card came through, which is the Tower. It's like a message from your future spouse. Just know that things that are being, moved out of your life are being moved out on purpose for a purpose to remove blocks between you and I. It's opening up here. And so with these things, these alterations, the stuff that happens in your life that comes your way, just know that it is happening on purpose for a purpose, and and that it is being opened there. So I do. I'm going to pull a couple more cards here. Um, all right. And then the real Ajab, I do see here. Yeah, I see that there's a payment came through. It looks like you did it through PayPal. And so I will bump you up next year in just a moment. So thank you. I thought of that too. I was like, oh, let me pull up my email because I usually have that closed down. So we will get that here. All right. So let's see what else here. But yeah, definitely there's obstacles that are being removed out of your life. So it's like they're comforting you from the future, which is amazing. It's like their higher self is going, just know that it is happening. And you have the Page of Wands, which is about new passion, new opportunities, and new energy that is coming your way. And it's like these obstacles, these things in your life that are being removed, help you. Yeah. Let me just pull these up here because now suddenly they're all blah. Yeah. So it's bringing you balance into your life. This thing that whatever this was, there was a lot of energy that was being invested in it. So you were feeling burdened by this thing here. Um, and because it's being blasted out and removed out of your life for you, that's what's bringing in the balance here, which also allows this Page of Wands is that energy, all this energy that you were investing into this thing that was, it was like this huge obstacle, this huge thing in your life that was demanding a lot of attention. And that could have been a relationship, could be a family member, a friend, could be a job, could be something in your life that was just sucking the life out of you. and then it's removed out, and then you get all that energy back, and you feel this power again. And they want to just comfort you from the future with that, which is very, very, oh, it's like romantic. It's really cool. I really like that for you. Um, because they want to support you even from the future. Wow, I like that. And then the Queen of Cups is coming in here, and this is about a message from your future spouse is trust your gut, trust your intuition. You are right on the money. When you have these emotional choices to make, trust your gut and trust your heart. Don't trust your mind, they say. Don't trust that. Trust your heart. You have a mighty, powerful intuition that they're encouraging you to use, because they're saying to connect to your higher self. This is your human self. They go, your higher self. You have such a strong communication. You hear so clearly from them to trust that and do that. Because they have the Five of Swords, and this represents there's some. That's why they're saying don't trust your mind, because there's some thoughts and beliefs that you have, through no fault of your own. You were given all these thoughts and beliefs when you were younger about what things should be and who you're supposed to be, and blah, 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 that have been causing some conflict, between you and another. But they're like, don't trust your mind with this. Go with your gut, go with your huge heart, go with love in your heart. And they're saying that this situation helps transform and it helps change things. So that is what they have. I mean, much love. I mean, the feelings of, I feel like they're reaching back from the future because they know, um, they can just feel the struggle and oh my gosh, the amount of energy that you were investing in this thing, and uh, and with it being removed, they're just like, just hang in there. It will be removed, and it's going to be removed on purpose for a purpose, and it just opens up your life. So I like that message for them. It's not this romantic poem. They're just like, it's a message of hope from the future. So I like it. So many blessings for you, paperwork. That's what they have for you. All right. So let me go down here. Thank you so much, the real Ajab. I appreciate that. And okay, very good. Yeah, thank you for your patience with me with that, because now I know to go, oh, I'll have my email up. I usually close it down just to make sure it's not taken away from the streaming. But that's a good thing to know for the future. It's all about learning experiences, right? So let's take a look here. Yeah, let me just make sure. Okay, thank you. And I think you were asking for a general reading for love in 2023. Very good. So let's take a look here. And thank you so much for your donation too. And so to everyone else, a donation does move your reading to the front of the line. Everyone's going, what's happening right now? So let's take a look and see what Spirit would like you to know. Love for 2023. Okay, so we're not going to use these. We're going to move over here. They actually want me to pull an Angels and Ancestors card for you first. So let's see what they would like you to know around love, and then we'll pull some tarot for you as well. All right. So you got the snake card. Beautiful card. And it's shed old skin. And I like this. So they are giving you some good guidance here for love for next year. And it says, cast off the old, reveal your true colors, your talents, and your gifts to the world. In many spiritual traditions, the snake offers powerful medicine. In tantric teachings, it symbolizes the kundalini, which is the powerful serpentine energy within that allows you to reach your highest spiritual potential. When the sacred one saw a snake in nature or encountered one in a dream, they knew that there was transformation in the air. For the author, the snake card not only represents the shedding of old skin, but moving beyond the limitations caused by carrying the venom of negative thoughts about others or the past. So the energy of renewal is washing over your life at this time and throughout next year. If for some reason you feel that your true self hasn't been recognized or you've been misread by others, know this energy is now leaving you. And as you've been working through your old stories and all the self limiting beliefs that you've accumulated along the way, you've been peeling away a shield of skin that has created limiting experiences. Your own personal commitment to growth has been recognized. And now the external world will begin to reflect all of the work that you've been doing within. If you feel someone you love has misunderstood you recently, they will be able to see beyond that if you're willing to recognize your own challenges. This is a time for renewal, abundance, and connections. Let yourself be reborn and celebrated. Wow. So, definitely next year is a time of renewal, a time of shedding old skins and becoming more in alignment with where you're at. So, I love that. Let's see what else they have for you here for next year. Okay. Just want to make sure cards are flying out. But none went off onto the floor, so that's good. We're safe. All right. So let's see what we got here. Yes, I like that. Oh my gosh. Okay. So I do like this because they're showing you here. Here's the 3 of swords, which represents heartache, obviously, and disappointment, expectations not being met. This is that past. This is the skin that you're shedding because you have the 9 of cups, wish fulfillment card next year. So as you let this old pain go and you really, like it says, that self-discovery and that self-reflection that you're doing, this is being released, and that allows you the space to bring that in. And not only that, the 9 of swords. These are all those thoughts and beliefs and mindsets and attitudes. Those are those fears of losing conditional love. All this stuff is what you've been looking at, been reflecting on, and releasing, because it also brings you the other wish fulfillment card. There's just two, the 9 of cups and the star card. What are the chances? And so that's what's happening here. And it all comes down to this. They're showing that both of those situations where you went from this, whoops, I can do it. I can do it. I can do it. Okay. Uh, Moving from that to this has to do with this energy that you've been investing. The 2 of wands is about whatever you focus on is what grows in your life. And so before, when we were focusing on what we didn't want in our life and the pain and what's missing in our lives, we grow this stuff. All our energy is growing this and making it bigger and bigger and bigger. And when we transform that and we start focusing on what we are grateful for in our lives, what we do want to come into our lives, then that's what spawns this, and that brings that closer and closer and closer and closer to us instead. And so this is beautiful because I really feel like with wish fulfillment coming, that is definitely them saying that you do have love headed your way. If that's your wish fulfillment, if you're like, no, no, no. And again, they reiterate it here too with the 5 of cups, which is mourning over the 3 cups here. When the king of swords comes in with this ace of swords, this is what connects you to the capital T truths of the higher realm. And it allows you to cut away those thoughts and those beliefs and those mindsets of the small t truths. all of the of those. So this king rules over swords, and so you're able to cut away these as you connect to the truth, and there's this beautiful transformation here happening, like that other card mentioned. Even though it's not a snake, it's a transformation of a caterpillar to a butterfly. And then when you do that, they allow you to cut away the mourning here, and what's left here is the Two of Cups, which is the connection, the relationship that you have that comes next year. So I like it. The more you work on those thoughts and those beliefs and those mindsets, the pain and the disappointments that we get from the outside world connect higher to those capital T truths that are rooted in unconditional love of above, then that releases them from constricting you and restricting you, making you feel caged, and it just opens up beautiful possibilities and brings love into your life next year. So I'm excited for that. Real Aja, is that Asia, Asia, Asia B? But so that's what they have for you right now. So many blessings to you. I'm excited for you. And thank you, Sia Shanta, for mentioning that about the donation is in the description box. Perfect. Thank you. All right. So let me scroll backwards here. You are very welcome. Thank you again for your donation. Very much appreciated. All right. So let me go back up here. And we were to create Critica. Yeah, because we had done paperwork. All right. So, a career reading and what blessings are coming in your career. Let's take a look here and see what we have. And thank you guys so much also for all giving me a thumbs up. That definitely helps out the channel and helps spread the Zen love. So, thank you guys so much for being a part of this large tsunami of love that's going out to the world. All right. So, Critica. Tell us about the career. What's going on with Kritika's career and her blessings? Okay. So you do have, I want to start with these, because you do have the World card, which is an ending of a major cycle and a beginning of new. You also have the Page of Cups, which is a new opportunity, new emotion coming in as well. So I like this coming in here for you, because this does feel like a blessing. It does feel like things are falling away. Because also you look at the Four of Cups, the Three Cups that you were sitting on before, same old, the same old job, the same old type of career. And, it's after a while you get bored with it. It's not bringing you the fulfillment that it's meant to. Well, I feel like you're being offered the Ace of Cups here. You're being offered the Ace of Cups twice with these cards. You're being offered something to come your way that is more in alignment with your heart's desire, not so much your mind's desire, right? That there's this offer. It's like, well, when we check mark off things in our brain wants for a career and for stuff, yeah, it may be beneficial, like financially and prestige and challenging work and blah 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 blah, right? It's all the stuff that our mind has been told that it's supposed to want, and we get it, and we wake up every day going, all right, let's go to work. I'm going to my job, I'm going to my work, but it's not your passion. You're not living your passion. And so this is what I feel is coming for you, Kritika, because with both of those, the ending of the old cycle of this is the job I'm supposed to have and should have, it feels like that's falling away for you. And then you're offered both of the passionate cups there twice. And then you also have the Two of Wands. And the Two of Wands normally is like where you focus your energy. But I feel like this is being like you're going to focus on two things at the same time for a bit. Like you might have to do a job that is the job to fund money, but I feel like there's this other passion that you want to turn into like a business, or it's like your own business, your own, or it's making money to have education to get the job that you really want, that is your passion, what you want to do with the world. And I feel like that's what's coming here for you, is that you will, if you don't have a job now, it's like you will get a job that has money, and maybe it has like um, education assistance or something where they'll help pay for college or something like that. Or it's money, it makes enough money where you have extra to where you can invest it in the passion that you really want to pursue. So that's what they have for you, Kachika. Well, wait a minute. Hold the presses. Yeah. So now the Page of Cups came out with the King of Cups. So they are showing here that again, offered your passion, balance your mind and heart, allow both to have a say so in what you want to do with your career and what you want to do. So again, they reiterate that it's both heart and mind. I'm like heart and mind, heart and mind. It's a air sign thing, right? But so that is what they have, Kritika. So many blessings for you. All right. So let me just check click here. Very good. I'm glad you enjoyed that. Thank you. All right. So beautiful heart and soul. You are up next. And your spouse is in your horizon near your place. Help me to recognize him, one and only one. Okay. So you feel like that your spouse is on the horizon, or you're wondering if he is. Well, Spirit knows what you want. We'll pull cards. All right. So tell us about beautiful heart and soul's one and only spouse. Okay. Okay. All right. So, how are you going to recognize them? Well, they're showing me here the Eight of Swords, which, in order to recognize them, there's a couple things that um, you can do to help with clear your eyesight, which you have the Eight of Swords and the Seven of Swords. Swords are your thoughts, your beliefs, your mindsets, your attitudes, expectations. And they're like clearing your expectations away, as many as you can, about who someone is supposed to be, should be, need to be, have to be, whatever it may be. That this will help you, because the Seven of Swords is what your mindsets that steal things from you, like relationships, or because maybe the expectations are so much. It's almost like they're showing me these are the blinds, like on a horse. And I don't know wherever you live, but they horses in the United States, they'll put blinders on so they don't get spooked. But it's like I'm spooked, so I don't want to see the things, and so but it blinds me from seeing, right? And so to be able to recognize him, these blinders have to come off, and these are the expectations that you can look at. And it's what we're all given, like we talk about on this channel when we're young, of your thoughts of who are they supposed to be. Like maybe you feel like you have a type, or that it has to be this type of person with this type of job, with this type of whatever, even this race, or this type of person who dresses this way or has this much wealth. Or we're fed all sorts of stuff our entire life, and we have these restrictions of, this is who they have to be. Well, if we have it too restricted, we don't see all these individuals out here, right? And so that's what they are showing, that happens first, because a lot of those things were created over these disappointments and this pain that you had in the past. Let's see if I can get it without such a glare. So there's three cups here that are spilt, and this person, of course, is mourning over that. But when we as young individuals, when we have pain, we create barriers and rules to not feel that way again. So that's where all this protective stuff comes, where we're like, I don't want to see any of this stuff. And but when you do, again, I love how they have the Two of Cups back here shining bright. That's the relationship. That's how you recognize them once you are able to move past these shields that you have. Because they tell you that um, with those things removed, you will know them because there is going to be no doubt in your mind. You're going to have this giant bzzzt, this passion, this ignition of your it's not going to be it's going to be unlike anything that you've ever felt for someone before. And it's not a, oh my God, that person's hot. It's just this, you're going to feel it like within your heart and your gut and your mind. It's just like all at once, it's just going to ignite and you're going to know them and you're going to see them. But if you have the blinders on, you're not going to see the brightness. It's not going to be there. So that's what they have for you right now, beautiful heart and soul. Just cutting away those old thoughts and beliefs and mindsets about who someone's supposed to be and should be and need to be. So that is it for now. So many blessings for you. I'm excited for you. Shazam. Like lightning's going to fall from the sky, right? All right. Let me just check something here real quick. All right. Apologize. I just wanted to change a setting here so that I could see everything. Okay. All right. So, EE, you are up next. And you just want a message about your job in 2023. All right. So, what would they like you to know? Okay. All right. Wow. I like this because you've got the magician. And you got the King of Pentacles. So the magician is about you really stepping into your power and a message from spirit that you've got everything you need within you right now to head into your career and to head into where you want to go. You don't need a whole lot of extra training or college or whatever. Like you know what you want and you're ready to go after it. This is very much forward energy of um, putting your energy forward, focusing on what you want. Don't focus on what you don't want. What you fear is missing everything. Just focus on what you do want and gratitude for what you have. Because the King of Pentacles assures you of abundance and wholeness. Also, this giant pentacle is you really seeing your worth next year in a whole different way in how you relate it to the outside world. And I really like that because you both have, again, two more powerful cards, which are the Emperor really taking control of your life and finding some great stability in it because of that. And the Page of Wand is really stepping into your power again. The Emperor is like Aries energy, which is very fiery. And the Page of Wands, of course, is very fiery energy. And here you are really grasping onto your power and putting it forward. I mean, it's very much like, the magician who holds the usually they just they're holding just the wand. But so very powerful focusing of your energy and what you want and staying positive and focusing. I love too that you also got the Three of Pentacles, which is all about staying true to your authentic self and moving forward with that, not listening to other people's blah blah blah. Usually they'll have two people, one person creating something, which is you creating your life, and they'll have two other people. One person's like a naysayer that's always going to find something wrong with any decision you make anyway. Why are you doing it that way? You're going to make no money that way. You should do this. This is what you should do with your life. Blah, 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 blah. Right. Nah, we're tired of that. We just put them outside. But the other person that's in the card is normally someone who is supportive, someone who is like, "Oh, yeah, go for it. I can't wait to see what you do." They might throw in a here and there though of, "Well, you've ever thought of doing that? Or you've ever thought of doing that?" And that's taking you off of your path, right? But we're more likely to let them pull us off our authentic path and where we want to head because we don't want to lose their support. We don't want them to join those other people that we sent outside. So it's an awareness of stay true to you next year in what you want to do and how you want to do it. And things do turn out very well. And you have the justice card here, which is this balancing out. You can see the scales here, balancing out of your life. The ace of swords here also allows you, and I like that the authentic card, the three of pentacles, came out with that because it is about clearing away these thoughts of who we think we were supposed to be, this dreams, all those opinions, we've taken them on into our head, and they are the ones that are restricting us, going, well, no, it has to be this way, and this is the job I need to do, and it's become very thin. Well, that beautiful justice sword allows you to cut away these thoughts and these beliefs that aren't yours, allows you to open up and expand and see possibilities where you didn't see them before. So I really feel 2023 is going to be a wonderful year where you get to stay true to your authentic path. And then it just opens up wide and it brings in some powerful things. But I feel it has to be you taking a hold of that magic wand and you doing those things, right? So that is what they have for you for 2023. I'm excited for you, EE. All right. So many blessings to you. Let's keep going down here. All right. So we are at 2 hours, and I'm going to probably be on for till like till like 9:30, which is about 30 more minutes. So again, if you want your reading prioritized, all it takes is a donation, and I'll move it to the top. Otherwise, I'll keep going down in order. And I do have a ton of recorded readings too, pick a card readings, weekly energy updates, monthly readings. So if I don't get all the way down, you can also do that. And of course, I'm here every night of the week. And then also on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday mornings, not of the week. I'm like every day I'm here in the night at 7 p.m. Mountain, and then Friday, Saturday, Sunday mornings. All right. So Verinda, you are up. Sorry. Haven't been drinking my tea. All right. So, Verinda. So, what do they have to say about his mom's? Oh, okay. What does Jai have to say about your mom's attitude towards you? Hmm. Well, okay. Well, what he says is the uh, attitude that she has towards you and that you have towards her all has to do with fear. You know, the Nine of Swords is the insomnia card, the nightmare card, all these small t truths, the things that we fear. We fear losing conditional love. And so there's all these rules we have and all these things that we think their actions mean something about us. So she thinks that some actions that happened mean something about her. And so she fears. And so she takes actions. You know, if they're not actions of love, then they're actions of fear, right? And if they're not actions of a intelligent, compassionate individual, which is our human, then it's the cat that you're interacting with that If it's a hissing cat, you know it's fear, right? And if you are hissing back, or you're hissing and running, then you know you're in fear. And so he wants to show that that is the crux of what's happening, and that the five of wands is all about energy and fiery energy that can be moved from fear to love, because it always starts off feeling like conflict. But when we realize that whatever happens in our life between us and other people, it's all mirrors for us, and it all helps us understand more about ourselves. It's like we move up in our experience and in our skills. Like, usually the five of wands I see as a little kung fu movie where there's five people starting off battling each other and they're fighting, and you're like, oh my gosh, they're trying to hurt one another, and they continue to battle until there's one person left barely standing, the other four are exhausted on the ground, and you're like, what's going to happen next? Is he going to take them out? And then they all start laughing, and you're like, what's going on? And then they all help each other up, and they all walk back to the monastery's meal hall, to have a meal together. And you realize, oh, these were not enemies. These were friends who are helping each other develop their skills. And that's what we realize when we go beyond looking at the human level, that these characters that we have that bring us conflict, that we are conflicting with, we're half of the battle, right? If there's conflict, it's because we are also battling back. And and then we realize that, oh, okay, it's all happening for me, and we're actually all brothers and sisters of a giant monastery in the sky, right? That are here helping each other. And so that's how they look at it. They don't take sides. They just realize we're all here in a giant play. It's like asking someone, what do you think of that, how that character on stage is treating that other character? And you're like, well, I'm sure it's in the script. So it's entertaining, it's drama, isn't it? And that's why he's probably there going, eating popcorn, going, what's going to happen next? So, but I like that what he shows you too is that, you have two threes. It's creativity, it's rebirth, it's new birth. There's opportunities for Mother Nature, Mother Nurture, nurturing. And there's also the ability to stay true to your authentic self, not being drawn to either side about what people think and what people say. Will we lose people's support? Will I get people blah, blah, blah? No, stay true to your authentic self. And but you can do it in a compassionate and nurturing way, making sure to nurture yourself, because that's all that you can do. You cannot control mom's attitude towards you. All you can do is control your attitude towards you, and your attitude towards her. But you cannot change or control anyone else's behaviors, emotions. They're outside your control. If you want to feel out of control, you can definitely go enjoy trying to change those. Because I know I was a manager for 20 years or more in my lifetime, and you try to change people, 0% success. It's only if it's something they want to do that they will also want to do it. But that's what they have for you, Brenda. So many blessings to you. All right. Let me just double check here. All right. So, Queen Angie, you are up next. So the rest of the year, which what is 4 weeks? 4 weeks and a couple days. Can you believe it? Let's take a look here. Any blessings coming to you? Times are running out, Spirit. Come on. All right. What else? Okay. So this is looked at as a blessing. You do have some some thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that you are transforming that really brings some passion and some excitement into your life. Some energy returns as you wipe away some thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that no longer serve you. They taught you for a while, and then you're just like, okay, you know what? Um, it was fun learning what it felt like to be small and to dim my light, but I'm done with that. I'm ready for something else. I'm ready to cut away these limiting thoughts and beliefs. That Ace of Wands is like really grasping your power and having this energy return to you that you were investing in, trying to live up to what people wanted, what you thought people wanted you to be. And it's just like you were just done. And so this energy comes flooding back into you in huge ways. um, I feel like this is like December 15th to December 31st, because I feel like from now until it's like 2 weeks, you work on cutting away some of these thoughts and these beliefs and these mindsets, and then boom, the spark comes in and all this energy suddenly floods in, and you're releasing a lot of things to where you do feel like this wholeness and this completeness from within you. You can see there's a bird here, and this bird represents spirit, and you're in this wonderful inner reflection because of the 9 with being like hermit energy. You are withdrawn for a little bit, and you're feeling this wholeness and this completeness within you. And so you really are doing some really deep thinking um, over the next couple weeks, and then it just expands. And and I feel like here with the 3 of Wands, with all this new information, this new energy, with this release of restrictions, you change your direction. You switch into a new, um, like you change your coordinates and where you were headed. And it allows you to look forward to new things in 2023, where you are looking at where you want to invest your energy now. And it just feels like almost the world just opens up, because like these restrictions we were talking about, they were just felt like there was hardly any opportunities. But as you've been cutting them away, you're seeing these opportunities where you didn't see them before. And so you're like, well, heck, I'm going that way. So I like that for you, Queen Angie. That's what they have for you right now. So many blessings for you. All right. Cutie Pie Aditi, you are up. Hey, Mary, you're exhausted, busy week, right? You live for days like this. Yeah, your Aries energy. You love it. You love it. Well, thanks for stopping by, Mary. Hang in there. Thanks for all the love. All right. Cutie Pie Aditi, you want an angel message? And I actually do have Angels and Ancestors Oracle. All right. And I'm going to be on for about 15 more minutes. So just to let everyone know, if you want to try to have your reading done, of course, donations get priority. So if you want to make sure I get to your reading in this evening session, that's all it takes. All right. So let's take a look here. DT. Any angel messages for you, please? Well, you got the Air Guardian, which says shift your perception. Like that card. Look at her little wings, too. Let's take a look here. So it says change the way you think, and you will change your whole reality. The Air Guardian card represents the angels of the air element. And traditionally, air is all about thoughts, thinking, and everything that's happening in the mind. So these angels can help you to overcome any thoughts that have come back to haunt you from the past and to see the world more clearly. They are guiding you to change the way you think about certain situations, as this could be standing between you and greatness. And the extended message for this card says, when this card arises, it's an opportunity to learn about your way of thinking. You're being guided to recognize that not all you see is exactly the way that you see it. Sometimes the mind can play games, and sometimes our perceptions can be, it says wrong, but can be different, because there's no right or wrong. It's just different, right? Because we don't see the world as it is, we see the world as we are. And if you're being challenged or feel that there's a lack of clarity and direction in your life at the moment, there's a good chance the way you're thinking or what you're focusing on has a lot to do with that reality. You're being guided to open your eyes and your mind, go beyond any limits you have set for yourself, and recognize that the way you see the world is how you will experience the world. Opportunities are moving in your direction, but they will only open up for you if you're ready to do the internal work to support them. Ooh, I like it. So, some great advice on how to open up your world and see things from that different perspective. So, I like it, Keep High. So, that's what your angel has to say to you today. Oh, no. LA, I think it's I'm not sure if there's a limit, if there's a minimum, there might be a minimum. Um, so you only have $1 left. Oh my goodness. Um, you are crazy. So, Shika, you are up next. I won't block you if you donate 25 cents because I know whatever anyone donates, it's what you feel you can afford at the moment. So you're funny. All right. So, Shika, you want to know current feelings of Siddharth towards you? Let's take a look here. All right. Well, we've got the death and rebirth card coming in here. So, I don't know. It just feels very um, like this is like the relationship, and they're looking to something else outside. They're looking to this higher love, this new love here, because they also have the Page of Swords. The Page of Swords is about new beginnings and new communication. And I feel like they're cutting away old expectations because really they have this Eight of Swords here, which is their thoughts and their beliefs and their mindsets that felt limited them before, that restricted them. And this Ace of Swords is cutting away those, which is freeing them up, to go in like a different direction. I just feel like they're at this place of renewal and they're at this place of just um it feels like, and let me show you this last card first. The Five of Pentacles. The Five of Pentacles has to do with their worth, like old feelings of abandonment, left out in the cold, um, of lack in their life. And because of this, because these are the feelings and the beliefs and this feelings of their worth, they just keep on looking outside of themselves for things that they feel will make them feel worthy. And but they don't. They haven't looked at that piece of them yet. They've started to look at least at mindsets and those things, but they don't realize that the outside things that they keep looking at for different, it's almost like I feel like they've had 3 different relationships and they think, okay, this one will make me happy. Well, it didn't. Well, this one, oh, this one make me happy. No, well, maybe this one will. And I feel like they're, the common denominator in all of this, but they keep on thinking that outside people are supposed to make them happy. But if they're not happy on the inside, no one's going to make them happy. And so I feel like they're looking to the next thing that's supposed to make them happy because they don't feel happy on the inside. And that's not, anyone on the outside can't do any of that. It's an inside job. And but they haven't realized that, and so they keep looking for additional happiness outside. So that's what they have for you right now, Shika. So many blessings to you. All right. And let me check something really quick here, too. Okay. All righty. So, Colleen, we took care of yours already. So, Cynthia, hello, hello. So, what's coming in December? Let's find out. You are very welcome, Cynthia. All right. All right. Let's see here. Dun, dun, dun. so, so you're December, Cynthia. You got the lover's card. No kidding, right? So but this is about the Knight of Swords is a changing of your thoughts and your beliefs and your mindsets about relationship, about love. And this is good because this is means that you're cutting away more thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that don't serve you. And so the old beliefs and who you're supposed to be, who they're supposed to be, what a relationship is supposed to be. I feel like we've talked about this, right? So I think you've heard that before. So I won't bore you with all that because I know you're like, I know you're probably saying it along with me even, but it's like it's time to cut more and more and more of those away. Because when you do that, you do have this change of direction in December. You start heading in a different way. The old ways of thinking, the old ways you thought that this had to go in your life, with the clearing of things that opens up your view to where you're like, wait, there's this other way that I can go that is more appealing to me, and you want to go this direction. And it is a beautiful, it causes a movement of things to happen. It allows you to realize your power of choice too, because the chariot tells you that not only do you get to decide what story you apply to any situation, you're defining what it means. You're also defining what you feel as you want to go through it. And so you're really starting to, as you cut away these thoughts and these stories that you were applying before, you're like, wait a minute, I can change the story about what that means. But I've been taught that this is what it's supposed to mean, but I don't have to. I get to switch it up and I get to look at it totally differently. And I like that because that chariot is very victorious. It's movement, but the power of choice is the strong energy on that one for you in December. And so you're really realizing that it doesn't matter what anyone else does or what anyone else says or anything. We always get to decide what it means about us and the world and them, even. We get to decide what our perspective of it is and then what emotion we want to feel as we go through it. And I know it doesn't feel like we're making choices, but when we go back and look at, we were taught these things since we were very young, and we took on all these opinions as our own, and and then made them our habit to think a certain way and to feel a certain way, and then it becomes our reaction. It happens so fast we don't realize we're choosing, but we can consciously start to change our habit of what something means and what we want to feel as we go through it. So a very empowering December, I feel, for you, Cynthia. So that's what they have for you. Many blessings to you. Right. Angelina, you are next. And you want channeled messages from your forever person. All right. Well, let's take a look here. Let me just make sure. Okay. Isha, nope, I did not do yours yet, and I'm only going to be on for about 5 more minutes. If and But anyone that makes donations, I do bump them up to the top of the list. I do make sure I um, give everyone, whoever's made a donation, I make sure your readings are done. Just that fair energy exchange, of course. So um, that is how that would work, but I haven't gotten that far yet. You are still like several more down below that. So Angela, I'm sorry, Angelina. Angela is my cousin. All right, so channel message from your forever person. Okay. Well, okay. Let's see what these two are. So I like this for they're very um, confident. You got the King of Swords, which is they're very much very mentally capable, very much air signy though, with the Emperor too, which is fire energy, but it's very stable, very solid individuals. Um, and um, so I feel like very much like an air sign. So they're very intelligent, very communicative. They're very in their head. Emotions, you might have to remind them, going, I need some of your emotion now. And you're like, oh, yeah, here you go. It's like I know I'm a sun air sign. And so we keep our emotions in jars in our heart in special chambers, and we're like sometimes we forget to share those emotions and go, oh yeah, here you go. Luckily I have a ton of water in my chart, which helps balance that. But I had to learn that when I was strictly in my sun sign and not opening up to everything else. I was very so you might have to do that in the beginning to develop that um, understanding that you have to ask for it. But I like this. You have the Two of Cups. So here is them saying, yes, there's this love, there's this beauty. Um, they are waiting and they are trying to stabilize the Four of Pentacles. They're trying to stabilize the outside world to make sure that they have this solid place for you, the safe place for you to feel at home and to feel secure, which I really like that. And you have the Knight of Cups and then the Devil card, which is the shadow. This is Capricorn energy, which is very much in their thought mind. So maybe they are a Capricorn, because Capricorns also go into their mind a bit, because that's my rising sign too. So they can be very but there's this balance. This Knight of Cups is the pursuit of higher love and the pursuit of this love. And I feel like the Knight of Cups showing that even though they have this Capricorn type of energy where they really work, 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 that they are romantic too. So I like this coming in because I feel like they are wanting to show you that they will take care of you, and they are working on their empire in a way. But they're trying to structure everything because they want this. And so they're building this foundation um, for it. So that is what your future forever person has for you. So many blessings to you. All right. So Val tags. Awesome. Oh, good. Congratulations on your daughter getting accepted to college. So, what does the universe have for her new journey into adulthood? Let's take a look here. And this will, since I'm just almost right at 2.5 hours, this will be my last one, um, unless any donations come through. So, this will be the last one. And everyone else, thank you so much for all the thumbs up that you gave me on the video. It helps spread the Zen love. And so thank you for being a part of that. If you need a reading tonight, and of course, if you can't make a donation, I understand that. But I have a bunch of playlists with like pick a cards, weekly energy updates, monthly readings, and several other types of videos. So if you go to my main page, their playlists are listed, and just follow your heart and spirit will bring you to the video that is bring has the message for you. Also earlier, and let me just repost it again. I did post the let me take a look here. The giveaway playlist. So there's only a couple days left on um, with me giving away the 1 hour personal recorded reading. So there's a special giveaway even within that. So if you want to check that out, and then it also tells you there's at the very top is the weekly, um, how you can enter the weekly drawing that I have for a 30-minute personal recorded reading. So a lot of things there. Also about how you can, if you look in the description box of the video, it's how you can get a personal reading with me if you want one of those. And then, of course, I'm here every night, and then also on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday morning. So a lot of opportunities for readings. So I apologize if I wasn't able to get to yours tonight, but I do get through a lot. It's just that 2.5 hours is about it for energy, and I need to balance. So many blessings. Thank you guys again so much for all of your love and all of your support. All right. So Val, you are the final reading. And what does the universe have for your daughter's new journey into adulthood? Is this the first that's leaving the home? You're like, oh no, not my baby. Sometimes, though, I feel like the universe created teenagers for us to be the way we are when we're teenagers. Um, that parents are sometimes ready for us to go. They're like, "Ugh," it's almost like pregnancy, right? In the beginning, it's like, oh my gosh, I'm scared about having a baby. And by the 8th month, you're so full and so uncomfortable. You're like, get this baby out of me. So I feel that. Wow, this is great. What a wonderful college experience. 10 of Pentacles, full of abundance and overflowingness. 6 of Wands. This is about recognition and being recognized. So victory as well. So both these cards, amazing cards. And it is this new journey, this new adventure. It's ending of old cycles, new beginnings. And she is going to love it. It's going to feel new, but it's good. A lot of energy that comes in. So it is a lot of activity, but I feel like she's just so ready for that. And the King of Pentacles, again, another energy of abundance and fulfillment in the outside world, but also understanding a whole new way of looking at her worth in relation to the outside world in a very positive way, though. So wonderful, positive cards here for you, Val. I'm really excited for her. I know it's kind of scary for everyone, exciting too, but she is well taken care of and well surrounded. She's got a host of beings on the other side watching out for her. So, Mama don't need to worry. She is well cared for. So, all right. So, let me just check one more time here just to make sure. All right. So, thank you guys again so much for all the love and all the likes and just for your wonderful energy. I'm just so glad that we're a soul family and that together we're changing the love of the world. So please know that every second of every day of your life that you are unconditionally loved by the mother and father of all things. And of course, I love you guys too. So until we see each other again tomorrow night, you guys hang in there, take care of yourself, have a great night or a great day wherever you're out in the world. We'll see you soon. Take care.